Hey everyone, it's Libby from Master Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Absolutely fabulous to have you along today. If you hear a humming in the background, yes, I've got the air conditioner on. It is a warm and muggy day, so summer is having a last gasp this week. And then next week we should be looking at storms coming through the change of season. Okay, so what I'm going to have a quick look at is France, of all places. Okay, I spend a lot of time in the US because if the US sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold. It's an old saying we have in this neck of the woods. But I'm going to have a look at France because what's happened is that it had recently gone through French Parliament to raise the retirement age. Yeah, okay. Now remember, this is a tarot reading. This is spiritual purposes. This is entertainment only. So if you're very strongly opinionated one way or the other, just keep it light and factual and unoffensive. Okay, what I'm going to have a look at, I'm just going to have a look at how France is going to go forward with this because, it was debated in the French Parliament about raising the retirement age. The reason being is currently in France the retirement age is 62. To give you a little bit of background, in Australia the retirement age is currently 65 and it is being raised to 67 on the 1st of July of this year. So the reason being, now I'm going to give a little bit of a history lesson here. When the pension was introduced way back at the beginning of last century, it was designed so that you reached a certain age and you were given a pension to see out your last couple of years when you no longer had the ability to work. So it's not about actually retiring and having fun. It was literally where your body was to a stage where you physically could not get up in the morning and go carry sacks of grain onto a ship, work on the rail lines with your sledgehammer, etc. So that's the reason retirement was brought in. The majority of people at that time did not reach retirement age. They passed away beforehand, and if you did reach retirement age, you only had, on average, a lifespan of up to 4 years thereafter. When the pension was brought in the Western world, there were about 40 working people working and paying taxes to cover the pension. At the moment in the Western world, it is an average of about 2 working people covering pension. So obviously it's not happening, not working as it was designed to do so. And the average length of retirement is 20 to 30 years, depending on where you live. So as you can see, the dynamics behind the reason for a pension have completely changed, which was why in Australia in the 1980s we had introduced superannuation. I think it's called 401k in the United States. Not sure what they have, if anything, in France. And I know in the US they actually pay into a social security system. So what this basically is that the current pension age or retirement age in France is bankrupting the country, from what I have read. Now, obviously, there's a lot of anger about this because you've got people going, oh, I've worked my entire life, I've paid into this, I just deserve my pension, without understanding the fundamental finances behind it. Okay, so let's have a look. How's this going to go for France? How is this going forward for France? Because they also have universal health care. They do have maternity and paternity leave. I believe their childcare is compensated. There's a lot of money going out at the moment in France, is what I'm being told, with the amount coming in being reduced. Okay, so, but it's a very emotional topic, and we do know that the French love the French. I've had a past life in France. They are known to be an emotional. They wear their heart on their sleeve, put it that way. Okay, and they are passionate. They are passionate people. Okay, show me how this retirement age is going to go forward. How is this going to go forward? I don't even know when Macron is back up for re-election. Okay, show me how this is going to go forward. Apparently there's a lot of strikes planned, a lot of protests planned, but the reality is that France literally cannot afford, and I am being told that it is sending the country bankrupt. So just be aware of that if you are in that neck of the woods. It's not a decision that's made lightly. It has had the emotion removed from the decision. That's what I'm being told, and what's popped out is, having to defend this decision. Very much having to defend this decision. Okay. But, okay, keep going. I'll explain that card a bit more. Show me raising the pension age. The raising of the pension age. That's the card he's after. Thank you. I'll have that one. Right. So it's a hard sell. Macron is going to have a hard sell to sell this, but he's getting a lot of anger, messages of anger directed at him, but he is holding I'm being told he's holding the Ace of Wands in his hand. It is imperative for the future of the country that a new plan is implemented in regards to the moving forward of France. So he does have the light shining behind him. He is going to have to defend it, and I think he's actually going to defend it quite well. Oh, interesting. Okay, the boys just said, look at the wands that are pointing to them. They have no hands attached. So the messages that are being flung at him don't have a solid, I'm going to say base. That's not the right word, boys. What's the word I'm after? Foundation. They're not attached in reality, is what my boys are telling me. Now, I do apologise if you disagree with this. Reading what the cards are telling me, but also looking at the economics of France and how things are done differently elsewhere in the world, but looking at the big picture is what I'm. Thank you. Looking at the big picture is what I'm being told. Okay, challenged by emotional overwhelming. I'm not surprised. This is going to be for whatever reason, it is emotionally overwhelming for people. However, when you've got the average lifespan now in its 80s instead of in its 60s, change does need to come about. But it's going to be emotionally overwhelming for a lot of people for whatever reason. But it is also a new start coming forward. Okay, it's a harsh truth. This is the foundation. It is a harsh economic truth that is being presented. I'm being told to look at where this horse is standing. It is literally on a precipice. Okay. In the past, I never ever, hardly ever see the Six of Wands as being riding in victorious, because you only have to look at the in just about every deck, the expression on the face of the person riding in and those holding the wands around them. It is about bringing forward a uncomfortable message in the past. An uncomfortable message. Potential, thank you. The energies, I was going to say potential future, but it's not the potential future. This is the energies hanging over this reading. Eight of Wands, it is about a lot of messaging coming out, but the light is being shone on these messages and all these wands are pointing upwards. So it is positive messaging. It is going to, thank you, I'm being told that the messaging behind this is going to break through. It is going to be clear, articulate, and actually break through. Okay, it is a crossroads moment in regards to France. Two of Swords. The government and the people need to look at the bigger picture. They need to take the blindfold off and choose a direction to go in. But at the moment, the blindfold is still on, going into the immediate future. Externally, a powerful feminine energy coming forward with something that she is offering in her cup, an emotional offering that has not yet been revealed. Is there a woman in the French government that's going to be able to explain this articulately and calm the emotions? Let's see where it goes. Internally, it is about lighting the path forward, but there are obstacles in the path. The Hermit card. Introspection, but shining the light on the path forward for France. However, you do have these obstacles, the snake in the path. And it is, if you have a look, it is a precipice path. Very much like this Knight of Swords with the harsh truth. It is a difficult path and there will be obstacles. Okay, hopes and fears, the Four of Pentacles, insecurity in regards to money. So there are those that have perhaps banked everything on retiring at 62 and realising that they're going to have to work longer, and perhaps made some financial decisions that they're going to have to reassess. Thank you guys. But yeah, it's about money security. Going forward, uphill, burdensome messaging. Thank you guys. They've just told me that this is not the end. It's not just the retirement age. There's a lot of other changes that are coming forward. This is just the beginning. A lot of, okay, thank you. Solid foundation. What is happening is there's an attempt to build a solid foundation and building. So these really difficult, burdensome messages that are being brought forward are to build a solid foundation, financial foundation for France going forward. Then we have the Four of Wands. I'm really drawn to the dragonflies on this card. It is about transformation for the sake of the families going forward. Because if it's not adjustments in the pension, the retirement age, it's going to have to be adjustments in other aspects that affect the family. So this is about protecting the transformation to protect the family going forward. Here we have the Emperor. Yeah, this is Macron making the choice, having to force his will onto the government and the people. Not the best way of doing it, I'm afraid. However, we've got the slow and steady progress forward and something new being brought forward that will bring about a new abundance for France. On the base, we have this feeling like they've been stabbed in the heart, but the truth. There is the truth about what is and exposing the actual workings on the domestic scene. Six of Cups and the naivety that it could continue as is in an unbalanced relationship. And here we have the Ace of Wands with a new plan and a new start. So this unbalanced relationship is the fact that France can't afford it, basically. Those drawing on the drawing, there's not enough money going in for the money coming out, is basically what I'm told. It's an unbalanced relationship about money in, money out. Okay, I'm going to do really quickly, use my intuitive cards, link below if you're interested, for sale at Etsy. Covers production and postage. Okay, just show me. Just a couple of, a line, guys. 8 cards, thank you, being told. 8 cards, 2 lines of 4. France going forward financially. France going forward financially. Show me. France going forward financially. France going forward financially. Thank you. That was a quick shuffle. Okay, let's see what they've got for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Have a little peek at the next one. Okay. This action has taken an element of bravery, and there does need to be bravery in these decisions. It's not about getting re-elected. It's about the, thank you guys, it is about the financial foundation of the country. So whatever your opinion on this, this step by Macron has taken a shite load of bravery, and it has happened very quickly. It's about, so this is about the giving and receiving of help. So it is, okay, not quite sure why the happy card is there. I think, okay, thank you. What they're telling me is because this needed to be done to maintain the giving and receiving of help. It is about an ending to the I'm getting it. It's about bringing about an ending of the continual upward drawing on the economy, and we need to have faith and trust in the face of this dark energy. We have the sadness card, and it is being a crossroads. So this dark energy is sadness, and then bullseye. So bullseye for the sake of the families going forward, for the financial sake of the families going forward, and the abundance of the country is what I'm being told. Needs to be love rather than fear to flip this. Evil energy is not the right word. I'm going to say this. How do I put this? It's not evil energy per se. It's just the entrenched expectation that you can draw without putting in is not a good energy for the country. When we have the transformation, feminine energy going into the future, there will be more contracts and agreements there will be more legislation come through, and I've got both the bullseye and the yes. So the guys are telling me that this is the story. I don't know if I've explained that correctly. I'm not meaning devil as in greed and avarice and toxicity and all the rest of it. It is very much about a mind shift towards the bigger picture for the totality. Oh, thank you, guys. What they're telling me is that devil energy is the what's in it for me, me. It's all about me. What do I get? Way of viewing the world. Okay, thank you for joining me. Hope that didn't stir up too much. Just be aware there are more changes going to come, but it is about looking at the big picture, the fact that the current drawing on the coffers is going to be bad for all eventually. Okay, thank you for joining me. Take care.